Rob, what happens, or what should I do after I've been in an accident and I start getting calls from these people that I don't know?
Right. Well, that's actually, a real problem at many different levels. It could very well be the insurance company who's calling you, and you don't really want to talk to them. So in that case, you should, retain an attorney, and then have the attorney call back the insurance company. Unfortunately, what also happens is you start getting calls from people that are not from the insurance company. They're just trying to steer you to one of their lawyers or medical offices, and they should not be calling you. And these people, they get your number from really all sorts of places. One of the most common places they're able to get your number is from the hospital. Quite often, people will get called. They get checked into the hospital. They give their name and their contact information, and then they're treated, and then maybe they're released, and the next day they get inundated with calls. And then the people all know that they were involved in an accident, and quite often the people even know that they were treated at the hospital. And they actually say to them, we're calling from the hospital in regard to your accident, and we're calling for your follow-up treatment. Or we're calling to bring you to one of our doctor's offices as your follow-up treatment. And people, they don't know what's going on. They don't know that they're being scammed. And it's unfortunate because when you're in an accident, you're really in one of your more vulnerable points.
Right.
And if somebody's calling you from the hospital, saying that they're calling about your follow-up treatment, it's not unreasonable to believe them. But take a couple steps back and think about it. The day before, I'm assuming it was the next day, but let's say you're in an accident, and quite often you hear people say, I sat around the emergency room for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Okay, and then finally you get treated and you get released. Now all of a sudden, people claiming to be from this very same hospital are willing to send a car service over to your house to drive you for your follow-up treatment. It doesn't really add up. It doesn't make sense. But again, people are they're in a very vulnerable state, and they're not thinking like that. The bottom line is that nobody should be calling you. Nobody. And if somebody from the insurance company calls you because maybe they got their name from their driver who was involved in the accident and they call you, it's just not a good idea to talk to them. The attorney should be the one who returns their calls. But if it's anybody other than the insurance company, not only should you not talk to them, but you should realize that they're trying to scam you.
Right.
And if anything, it's something that should actually get people upset, because they're trying to scam you in one of your more vulnerable points.
Right. They're taking advantage of someone who's been.
They're trying to take advantage of you, and then, that actually goes to our motto, which is again, don't be a victim twice. It's bad enough you're in an accident, and now you have people that are trying to take advantage of you. And essentially what they're trying to do is make you a victim twice. So it's important you don't speak to anybody after the accident. If you make the call yourself, don't take calls from people, don't take calls from strangers.
Right.
You contact an attorney that either is recommended by a friend or family, or maybe somebody you've known in just the reputation that you're aware of, and you make the call.
Right.
But do not, under any circumstances, take the call from somebody who's calling you out of the blue. Because if they got your number, they got it in a way that is not legal or ethical, and those are not the type of people you want to deal with.